What's up, guys? Welcome to the Sports 2.0 show. I am your host, Tanner Kern. I'm joined by co-host Erik Neff. Mr. President, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. I feel like I'm at a rave after that intro. I dig it.
We need someone to, we're talking about, today, all the college athletes signing deals. We need a pro to pick up our music for their walk-up music.
Yeah, no, we do. That's a fact. That's going to happen. That's coming soon.
100%. Then we're also joined by Aaron. It's all about the you, Aboodi. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing all right, Tanner. Just all right. I would be great if my Yankees knew how to close out a game.
They close a game. They need to focus on playing baseball, first of all. I know everyone's talking about the Yankees hitting the baseball right now just because they've hit for 2 games and they've only won one of those 2. So we got to break this down. The Yankees suck right now. That's the bottom line. Aroldis Chapman, one of the best closers in the game, blows a 4-run lead thanks to a Jared Walsh freaking bomb last night. Yankees are just not good. So we're going to start with our resident Yankees fan. I'm a Red Sox fan, so I can spend all night trashing these guys. But Aaron, it's all about the you, Aboodi. What have you seen from the old savages in the American League East?
So I've seen a lot of good and I've seen a lot of bad. I've seen good hitting. I've seen players that haven't been as great earlier in the season. I've seen DJ LeMahieu pick it up lately. I've seen Andujar pick it up lately. But I mean, the main problem here is the bullpen. And that's what I think the Yankees have done so successful in the past. That's what is really biting them in the butt these days. And I know the Yankees, they put up 11 runs 2 nights ago. They put up 8 runs last night. So yeah, I think the bats are there right now. I have no idea what is going on with their starting rotation, what's going on with the bullpen. I understand the sticky stuff that may cause some drama, but it shouldn't be this drastic. It shouldn't be this bad. And something needs to change pretty fast.
Yeah. Now, Erik, if you're Brian Cashman right now and you're sitting in your $1 million press box last night watching that game, what are you thinking as Jared Walsh goes yard in the 9th inning with a grand slam and ties the game up?
Well, we already know what he was thinking. He was thinking, man, I got to go get Tim LeCastro right now. He's exactly what this team needs to start winning. No, I would be thinking buy everything under the sun that is available for purchase at this point. If you've got to ship a couple guys out, if you've got to trade an Aroldis Chapman, if you've got to trade a piece, you have to go get some help somewhere. At the same time, you can't really trade Chapman because right now the bullpen's the problem. So you do want to trade your all-star closer? Probably not. That being said, some interesting comments from Steinbrenner today. Said he'd be more than willing to go over the luxury tax to help his team win right now. So that's cool, man. It's not the preseason. We can't sign free agents right now unless you want Yasiel Puig. Probably not the guy you're going to need, but that time has come and gone, man. This is the trade deadline's coming up. I think someone needs to explain to Steinbrenner the difference between free agency and the trade deadline probably, but he claims that he's ready to go help the team win right now. He also said that Booney's job is safe, Tanner. How do you feel about that?
He needs to say that, first of all. And by the way, what's with Booney's comment the other night? Our season's on the line, and then they go out. That sums up everything, and then it keeps getting worse for the Yankees. This is so bad right now, and I want the Yankees to be good because I want to see a September where the Red Sox and Yankees are competitive. But right now, Yankees are 9 games back. Let's think about that. 9 games back. So if the Red Sox play 500 baseball the rest of the year, the Yankees got a lot of work to do. Aaron, can the Yankees crawl back in at 9 games back?
I think a couple weeks ago or maybe just a week ago, my answer would have been a resounding yes. Right now, I think it might be a little more of a shaky yes. I think they definitely have the capability. We know that. They definitely have the roster to make a run. But Boone's coming with this mindset of every game, the season's on the line, the season's on the line, the season's on the line. Come on, let your players play a little looser. Have some fun out there for this
ain't working, man.
Nobody's having fun in New York right now. I hate to tell you, there's no fun going on at Yankee Stadium.
No, it's not. There's no fun at all. And at the end of the game, you see Voit, you see Torres, you see them all hanging their heads left and right. I want to see some chins up, guys. I want to see you guys swinging the bat and having fun out there. Round the bases, do your little elbow thing when you get a hit. Giancarlo Stanton, I love it. But the Red Sox, they're with Sale possibly returning in August, they might just get a little scarier the way Devers and Bogarts and Martinez are hitting right now. But I think for sure the Yankees have the potential to make that final push. I just something needs to change, and I really hope this trade deadline something will change. Trevor's story, something will change, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean they need to. Eric, you look at the Yankees right now. Can they make a push? And I'm not talking wild card because obviously they can still make a push at the wild card. Seattle's in the picture for the wild card. Can they make a push at the division?
Absolutely, they can. They're too talented to not be able to make a push. I mean, I've seen some terrible teams make a push. I've seen Rays teams with an assortment of guys from around the league that no one thought, that kind of just cast-offs from everybody, make a push. So, yes, they can. Will they? I don't know. It's getting pretty late here. I don't know if I'd call them frauds. Yeah, kind of. I mean, they were the favorites in that division going into the season. That's tough. Grant. But I think they can still make a push. If I count them out, then I got to count my Cardinals out, and I have yet to do that. I mean, I'm not going to do that yet. I got to keep watching. Thinking we got a shot, baby. I mean, given we're not as far back in our division as they are in theirs, our division is nowhere near as good as the AL East. The Yankees would likely be in first place in the NL Central if they were in the NL Central. So I still think they have what it takes to make a push. They're loaded.
Yeah, I mean they are loaded. I'm going to say one thing. We talked about this in our little Slack message when Aaron thought I got mad at him. Why was Aaron Judge not in the lineup last night with Shohei Ohtani on the mound? I don't care if it's a scheduled day off. I don't care if he's feeling sore. If he's injured, we should know about it. I don't think he's injured. I think it was just a day off. But if you're Aaron Judge, you should be saying, Booney, I'm in the lineup tonight. And if you're Booney, you're not even giving Judge the option to be on the bench. This is Shohei Ohtani. Your season's on the line. You got Ohtani. This is a big-time game. Everyone's talking about this game. The whole freaking country or nation of Japan is watching this game. And Aaron Boone decides, hey, I'm going to take the night off. What's your thoughts on that, Aaron?
At least give the Yankees fans what they bought the ticket for. I mean, come on. Best player on the team's not in the lineup versus potential MVP candidate here. I mean, I get the day off. The day off, someone needs rest, but I totally agree with you on this one. I think that it was just a bozo move of Booney here to not put Judge in the starting lineup.
I mean, take the day off. I mean, they got rained out today. You knew the rain was coming.
Exactly.
Don't play today. Don't play on getaway day. Give me 24 hours off or whatever. You got to be in the lineup against Shohei Ohtani. Don't you agree, Eric?
All of his courage was in the tooth gap, and that's gone now. So he just doesn't have it anymore, guys. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but bring back the gap. He's got to bring back the gap, okay? Good Aaron Judge had the gap. That's all I'm saying is that Aaron Judge with a gap could probably hit Shohei Ohtani, and Aaron Judge without a gap is too soft to even face Shohei Ohtani. That's a fact. So, no, I definitely would have played him. If nothing else, just to see the matchup for myself. I mean, you're Aaron Boone. You're a baseball fan. You want to see that matchup. You want to see that matchup. So I didn't quite understand that either. I understand scheduled day off. I mean, but we're not NBA fans, man. It's in the NBA. You're not running up and down the court all the time. We're sorry we needed to get you out of the sun for 2.5 hours, but get your ass back out there, man. We need you.
Like it does not make any sense to me. You got the All-Star break in a week. Like, dude, come on, push through the pain. Shohei Ohtani's on the bump. You can take one night and say, I'm going to play. And I blame Booney. I blame Judge. I blame the whole organization. This organization is getting soft right now. And that's not the Yankees we know. The Yankees we know they're bad, dude. They're savages. Like Booney said, they're not savages anymore. The Boston Red Sox are savages, and they will get Chris Sale back this season. Watch out for the Red Sox. Do the Red Sox win the division? What do we think, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, it's those three names. I'm pretty sure we've probably touched on them each week we've done this show, but it continues. It's Devers, Bogarts, Martinez. And then we got Verdugo and Renfroe right now.
You got Bobby Dahlbeck. You got Chavis. I mean, Chavis starting to hit the ball and did pretty good.
And then you have Eovaldi, reliable on the mound. Pivetta, Rodriguez, and then we got Chris Sale. Is Chris Sale going to be the same guy he was when he left?
It's going to be better than Garrett Richards.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, they'll definitely take him. They'll definitely take him back with open arms, and I'm sure they'll be very happy to have him on the mound again.
I would say the Red Sox will win that division because they are allowed to have facial hair. And you can't take that lightly. You can't call your team a bunch of savages and then have this baby skin. No, man. Rumen have beards. They have big beards, gross-looking ones, grotesque-looking things, man. That's what I think of when I think of savage, all right? You can't call yourself savages and not allow facial hair on your team. The Yankees are the most ridiculous-looking team in the league. Every time someone goes there and they shave, I'm like, oh, Jesus, I didn't need to see what your face looked like under that. Good Lord. And that is the exact reason why the Red Sox will win. I do think the Red Sox will take the East. And for the same reasons Aaron just said, the three guys that we always mention, but they just keep hitting the ball. I mean, JD Martinez, it's like that man is never going to fall. Like, I keep waiting for the little fall off, and he just keeps putting bombs over the monster. I love it. So I would say the Red Sox take that division, no doubt.
Now, do we think the Orioles have a chance to crawl back into it? They had a big sweep of the Houston Astros. I'm joking about them being facetious. Yeah. Got a little tongue tied there. You know why I got tongue tied? Because the Orioles swept the Astros, and that's crazy. That's insane. That should be illegal. Are the Astros legit in the American League? Now we got to start having this conversation after getting, splitting a series with the Detroit Tigers and getting swept by the Orioles and not looking good in any of the games. What do you guys think? Are the Astros still legit? They bounce back tonight?
Yeah, I'd argue that the Astros are definitely still legit. Teams go through these little periods of time. Do the great teams go through periods of time like this? Yeah, they do, and that's the truth. Dodgers go through this. The Giants go through this. The Rays, right now, not the hottest team.
I like how you did this on the Rays. Like,
Rays aren't that good.
Maybe they're not very good.
Yeah. But no, I mean their offense is still hot. I know they struggled versus the Orioles. I'm not really sure how they did, but Brantley, Correa, Alvarez, Altuve, look for them to bounce back tonight. It was a struggle with the pitching this past week with the Orioles. Yerquity, Greinke didn't pitch all that great. But I think they should get back on pace for sure.
Yeah, Valdez going tonight against the Indians. We're in the top of the first. 1-2, 1 out. So far things are okay for them. They haven't got a runner on yet. So, Eric, are the Astros legit in the American League? I got to say they are, but what do you think?
Without Spider Tack, it's tough. To the team that introduced the league pretty much to Spider Tack right there. It's no surprise that their pitching has fallen off of a cliff the last couple of weeks. But they're still legit. I mean, they're still the Astros. They've got a ton of offensive talent. They're going to be okay. Their pitching staff's going to be fine. It's no worse than any other pitching staff that leads any other division right now. So I think they're going to be fine. The Orioles, well, they're going to sell a lot of people, I would hope, here in the next month. I would hope you see Trey Mancini move over to a contender and a few other guys as well. So also it's worth mentioning that since it's Bobby Bonilla Day, happy Bobby Bonilla Day, everyone. Have you guys looked at Chris Davis's deferred contract?
I haven't looked at Chris Davis in a while. I wrote an article.
This man is going to make bajillions of dollars for like the next 25 years, pretty much, for hitting like .08 since he signed that contract. That's got to be the worst contract in Major League history, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was good for the city. That's why they kept him. He was good for the city of Baltimore.
Yeah, the city of Baltimore is not worth $300 million or whatever. So I'm sorry, Baltimore. I've been there. You're not worth that. I don't care how good he was to you. So, but obviously, the Orioles are kind of a sad story this year, but I keep following them because I love watching Trey Mancini and Cedric Mullins play. Those two are a lot of fun out there. I think they have a bright future in Baltimore, and I think Houston's going to be just fine.
Oh, definitely. I don't want to see Trey Mancini go. I want to see him finish the season in Baltimore. He wants to finish the season in Baltimore. Plus, I'm going to an Orioles game before the deadline or before the All-Star game, which is good. They will keep him, but until the All-Star game because of the home run derby. But what about that? Let's talk about that for a minute. Does he stand a chance?
Hold the phone. Did you pay money for Orioles tickets? Like, did you give someone money for those?
Yeah, I mean, StubHub.
You purchased those? Who are they playing? Who are they playing?
You're playing the White Sox. I'm going to see if the White Sox are legit.
Okay, all right. That makes it better.
And they're not. No, I love the Orioles.
That team, I was gonna just ring you out right here, but you can blame it on wanting to see the White Sox, I guess.
No, I want to go see the Orioles. You know why? Camden Yards is like one of the nicest stadiums.
I've heard it's really badass.
It's amazing. Like, that's the reason you go see the Orioles, and maybe they pull off a win. And betting is legal in Maryland, I believe. So DraftKings Sportsbook, you're not taking my money this time. Anyways, Aaron.
Stealing your tweets, though. Damn.
Well, oh, yeah.
They're stealing your tweets, though. Damn.
DraftKings Sportsbook is stealing the Sports 2.0 network.
Did you see this? You were in this debate. Do you remember the debate? Whenever we kept trying to tell Tanner that he could not touch any Jacob deGrom pitch for 100 pitches.
I remember this.
Today, DraftKings Sportsbook tweets out the same thing, gives the over-under of 0.5. Marcus Stroman is just dragging people in the replies, just completely dragging everyone that said, yes, I'm taking the over, just calling everyone ridiculous. But come on, DraftKings. That's
Let me see.
2.0.
I'm pulling this up right now. I got to show. I got 13. We got 13 likes on our reply. I replied to him.
Kids can say badass, by the way, commenter. It's a phrase. I don't know. If my kid says it, I'm yelling at him, but I'm just saying. Okay. DraftKings, you need to be better. Stealing our tweets. I can't believe this. Tiny Little Sports 2.0. Look at that. 6 days ago.
Look at that.
Absurd.
Hey, that got some likes there. Yeah, it's ridiculous by DraftKings Sportsbook. This is like stealing. I don't know. This should be illegal for what DraftKings did to us.
What we should do is we should tweet the Steph Curry one we had going and see if they take that as well.
They will. They will take it. They'll wait till NBA season and think that I forgot, but I'm Mr. President. I don't forget anything. I almost said another curse word. Thank you, people in their replies, for reminding me that I do cuss on occasion. I'm sorry.
DraftKings, we're going to serve DraftKings. They're going to get a sentence to appear in court.
DraftKings.
All right, let's get back on track here. But DraftKings, you guys suck, but I will still bet on your sports book. All right, anyways, let's do the next news we got here. All right. The Yankees, it was bad for the Yankees, right? Blowing that lead was bad for the Yankees, but I think one team had it even worse. Cubs jump out to a 7-run first inning lead, and then the Milwaukee Brewers proceed to beat them 15-7. I was listening to MLB radio. I forget. I think it was Happy Hour first leadoff spot. I don't even know what I was listening to. But the guys come on there. Oh, Cubs got a 7-0 lead. So I'm like, all right, I picked this game today. I'm good. It's locked in. I go back and check the scores like an hour later, and the Cubs are just dominating them. So I was not happy about this. Aaron, was this blown lead worse or better than the Yankees? Who would you rather be, the Cubs or the Yankees?
Oh, without a doubt, I'd rather be the Cubs.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, and here's why. Because they at least had some innings to digest what was happening to them, right? The Yanks had it all go wrong in the 9th inning. Everything collapsed in the 9th inning. The Cubs, they put up 7 in the first inning.
Yeah.
And then slowly the Brewers worked their way back, and then all of a sudden 15-7.
Well, it's 5. So they got 5 in the second. So it was 7-6 after the second. Third, nothing, and then they went 8 in the fourth. And then the Chicago still had 5 innings to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But they had
Eric, you clearly disagree with me over there.
Only because it's the Cubs and I'm a Cardinal fan and I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's on one person. It's on one person. This whole thing is on one person. And he's not even a player. It's on Bob Nightingale. That's right, Boob Nightingale. Quit tweeting about stuff before it happens. You're tweeting in the first inning. Oh, the Cubs got this one locked up. That man is a walking jinx. He's a walking jinx. He said the Cardinals had the Central closed up in like May. Shut up, man. Come on. Every no-hitter, the guy's out here in the fourth inning, blah, 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 no-hitter. Man, shut up. Shut up, Bob Nightingale. You're the worst, Bob Nightingale. That's who I blame it on, Bob Nightingale. But as a Cardinal fan, I got to say, it was pretty funny to watch. And at the same time, I was upset because it was the Brewers and they're in the lead in the Central. And I kind of needed the Cubs to. It would have been nice if they, they could just kick the hell out of each other. I'd be extremely happy with that. Unfortunately, somebody's got to win the game, and it wasn't the Cubs. And while I like to, make it rain threes on Cubs fans all day, I would prefer they have won that game because I want to win the Central, and we need some help. Help! If you're listening, Jesus, help.
You need eight run. You're down 8 games in the Central Division, so you're in better shape than the Yankees at least. Aaron, yeah, you need a lot of help. You need a lot of help, Aaron. If you're the Cubs, if you're Rizzo, Bryant, Baez, Contreras, do you want to stay in Chicago next year? Because Chicago's not going to be sellers. We thought they were going to be sellers. They're going to be probably buyers to go win a division or stay the same. Would you want to stay in Chicago or no?
No, get me out of there. I think get me out of there, right? Because, well, who's their best starting pitcher right now? Is it Zach Davies?
No, it's I don't think it's Zach Davies. Let me see.
I actually would have thought it was Davies. Is it Alzolay?
It might be Alzolay.
This is my point exactly.
I don't know who their ace is.
Yeah, exactly. No, so yeah,
I don't have an ace.
I'd want out of there. I don't see any winning.
No, Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks has been their best. Hendricks. That's what I was thinking of.
Throw a no-hitter. Did we forget about a no-hitter?
No-hitter, yeah. Davies was on the mound for that.
Was it him that threw the no-hitter?
The combined one?
Yeah, the combined one.
We don't talk about combined no. We've had so many single no-hitters. We don't talk about combined no-hitters.
Combines don't even count anymore.
Don't count.
Yeah, you got a little cigar going on there, Eric?
This is a famous cigar. Came from Florida. Tanner gave this to me. I take a couple, fake puffs off of it when we're on the show. It's for the president. The president gets one of these. When you're the president, you get
Sports 2.0 network.
When you're the president 2.0, Tanner will be giving you the cigars, man.
Yeah, I'm just a blogger.
Tanner's the blogger. I do think they have a shot in the Central. But man, the Brewers look so good right now, like scary good. Their pitching staff, phenomenal. They look unstoppable in the Central, and as a Cardinal fan, it scares me. It truly does. I'm not sure if they're a team that we can compete with in the Central. So, but I don't think that what move are the Cubs going to make? They're in a big market, so they're likely not going to be sellers at the deadline. They don't usually sell. That's not really a thing they do. But if they were any smaller market team, I do believe they'd be sellers at the trade deadline. And I believe if St. Louis wasn't the Cardinals, that they would also be sellers at the deadline. Now we got guys like Arenado saying we should be buyers. So wake up, front office. But I don't think the Cubs will sell at the deadline, but it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't buy either.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that 100% there. Now, Aaron, it's all about the Aboodi. What do the Brewers need to become they're probably going to win the division. They do look the best in the division unless the Cardinals go by or the Cubs get better. I don't know. But what do the Brewers need to do to become a realistic contender in the National League? Now you get the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Giants, so it's not going to be very easy. But any targets at the deadline you think could help them?
Well, I don't know if it's as much as getting a big name or if it's just Christian Yelich. That's the big name that they have, and he just hasn't been performing at all this season. So, he's batting maybe 230. I think this guy's got 6 home runs. This is an MVP just 2 years ago. Where's the urgency here, Christian? Get it going. No, but I think the Brewers definitely are in tremendous shape right now to win that division. Woodruff, they got working on all cylinders right now. Willie Adames, I think that was maybe the biggest acquisition a team could have made in the recent season. He was one of the main reasons they got that 15-7 comeback win yesterday with the grand slam. Yeah, no, I've been loving what the Brewers have been doing.
Eric, do the Cardinals have a chance to climb back in the National League Central? Then we're going to switch back over to the American League for our final topic.
You're damn right we do, okay? We've got Nolan Arenado. We've got Paul Goldschmidt. We've got some other guys that I'm sure people know who they are, probably. We've got Jack Flaherty. He's on the DL. He's going to be coming back, IL, whatever. I'm old. Whenever he comes back, I'm going to say it like my front office says it. When Jack Flaherty comes back, that's better than a trade. That's our trade, kind of like Aaron just said with Christian Yelich. That's what we do in St. Louis. We don't make trades whenever guys go to the IL. We just say when they come back, that is the trade, because that's a great excuse for being lazy and not doing our job. It's fantastic. So, of course, we have a shot. We've got, as I always say, a chip in a chair. However, we better get it together now. No time like the present. We just swept the Diamondbacks. Little pat on the back for sweeping the worst team in baseball. By the way, the Diamondbacks on a run that hasn't been seen since 1889. Wow, that's crazy. They are so bad. And honestly, I really thought they would at least beat us one game after the Pittsburgh Pirates took 3 out of 4 from us. I thought we would lose to Arizona at least one time. We did not. We swept them. We should do our jobs again. Go in and sweep Colorado. Arenado is going to get his nice return tonight, and with his nice return, he's going to hit minimum of 2 dingers. So you're going to want to go make that bet right now. Go make that prop right now. Run out. Go make the prop. 2 dingers for Nato tonight. It's happening. I'm putting money on it. 2 dingers, minimum of 3 RBIs. Trevor Story to the Cardinals at the trade deadline. Boom. There you go.
All right, so the Diamondbacks are 22-60. Just to give some people some reference, that's horrendous. They might not win. They might not win 40 games. That'd be a bold statement. That's a bold statement, but it's going to be close. All right, so let's go. Final topic of the night, guys. Lucas Giolito and Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain, Josh Donaldson. I love him. A lot of chirps going on in the league right now because pitchers are not allowed to use foreign substances. Hitters are pumped about, and they're calling out the pitchers who used to use foreign substances. Donaldson has a problem with Lucas Giolito, so I'm going to let Aaron get into this and break this down for us.
So, in case you guys missed it, first inning, Donaldson hits a bomb off Giolito and follows it up with no more sticky stuff, yelling it back to Giolito, who didn't take it too kindly, and call Donaldson a pest, classless, and what he did, and made the comment, "Say it to my face," which apparently Erik told me earlier he did say it to his face and met him in the parking lot after the game. Donaldson, he was interviewed later on and brought up the point that he's been making since this rule was put into place, that Giolito's RPM has noticeably gone down in the past couple weeks since the rule was made. And what really bothers me is when he's saying this, is he's calling out his own teammates. Everyone cheated. Everyone cheated. There's no denying that, and that's including his own teammates. And I can't really appreciate how he's calling out his own teammates. I can appreciate how he's making a case that it should be fair play, and it should be fair play all the time. But I love how he met him in the parking lot after the game.
Yeah. I do like that part. That part's funny. However, Josh Donaldson, you're a nerd, man. Nobody likes you. I do not like you. We're talking about the guy that used to tweet at minor league players saying that their accomplishments weren't great. You know, that's what type of guy we're talking about here. A guy who for a year and a half remembered how to hit a baseball and still thinks he can. Yes, he had a decent month of June. I don't want to hear it. He's not very good. He's pretty bad defensively anymore. He can barely move out there. I don't need to hear this geriatric making fun of one of the best pitchers in the game. Just shut up and go to the dugout, to be honest. I'm talking about the guy that dirtied up home plate for an umpire one time. This guy, he just annoys the living hell out of me. His hair annoys me. His face annoys me. Everything he says annoys me. I just don't like this guy, all right? I never have. And it's funny because I'm a Blue Jays guy, Tanner. You know I like the Blue Jays, and I typically like a lot of people in that organization. But for the time period that Josh Donaldson played for them, I did not like the Blue Jays just because he's got a big mouth, and I don't like it. If you're gonna have a big mouth, you better play for one of my teams, or I'm gonna not like you. So that's That's how that works. So
How do you not like the bringer of rain?
I don't like it. I like his Twitter name. Bringer of rain is cool. If only that were true. If bringer of strikeouts would be more accurate. Bringer of I disappeared between 2016 and 2020 would be the most accurate thing I could say about Josh Donaldson. He's terrible. He's not good. I did respect the fact that he met Giolito in the parking lot, though, because, Giolito said it, man. If you're going to talk trash, you're going to say it to my face. And Donaldson said it to his face. I got to respect that. I got to respect the fact that, yeah. And as expected, the non-athlete pitcher did not say anything back to him and got in his car and left. Not many pitchers. I mean, we don't have a Nolan Ryan right now to, push back. I would love to see Josh Donaldson bring that to Nolan Ryan. I would love to see that because, those old school guys, they were all using spit and Vaseline and all this stuff. I would love to see Josh Donaldson call out Nolan Ryan for cheating and then get straight knocked out, like on the mound. We saw it. I mean, Robin Ventura, rest in peace. It happened. So I would love to see him say it to a guy like that, or to, just there are a few other pitchers I would prefer him say that to, not a kid who's, 10, 11 years is minor and obviously does, just a guy that's not up to his level in the major leagues. I would love to see him say that to another veteran because, that's not going to happen. That thing in the parking lot's not going to happen. Donaldson does not have the guts to walk to the parking lot and say that to a vet.
You know what?
Josh Donaldson sees this. If I ever meet Josh Donaldson and get my ass kicked, I'm blaming this show. I swear to God, I'm blaming.
If I ever meet Josh Donaldson, I am gonna watch him beat you up. I'm gonna take a picture with him, and I'm gonna get his autograph because I love Josh Donaldson, the bringer of rain, the chirp. We need the chirps. We need the twin chirps. We need the. I'm gonna meet you in the parking lot because that's good for baseball. That's good for baseball. That brings excitement. We're talking about it.
Yeah,
we're talking about
I
it.
do love the excitement. It's just I'm more of a I was a huge Kobe Bryant guy, and Kobe talked that way and would back it up, and not a lot of people can do that. Not that Josh Donaldson can't ever do that. The guy can hit, but Kobe would talk to you like this when he was having a bad game, and then suddenly would be having a good game. That's and I agree. I think it's great for the game. All these chirps back and forth. Baseball needs more. A little more excitement like this, a little more I'll meet you in the parking lot and that type of stuff. So I like that mentality. Michael Jordan himself never strayed away from going to a few opponents' locker rooms and saying, hey, say that right here. And most of those opponents quickly got very quiet. I agree with you on that this type of thing is good for the game. I just don't like Donaldson for some reason. It's more from it's more his Twitter is what I hate. Like I said, calling out minor leaguers' accomplishments when you make $1 billion a year and this dude's struggling to eat. Did you need to do that? Does that make you feel better, Josh Donaldson? And it probably did because he was probably hitting 189 when he said that because he only had that 2 good years. So anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I mean, we could go back and forth all day on this. You look at Josh Donaldson's story, man. He battled adversity to get to where he is today. So, I maybe he's just doing it out of, just because that's where he came from. He came from the dumps. He didn't, he had a rough minor league career. He's up, he's down. He's a catcher. He's third baseman. So I got a little respect for the bringer of rain, partially because I just love the nickname. But any final thoughts, boys? That's all right. That's going to do it for tonight's show. Aaron, you got anything for me?
We got Jacob DeGrom night. It's the Grom night.
It's a holiday.
Holiday of the week. Best holiday. Enjoy it.
I will say this about Josh Donaldson in closing. He did one thing I really liked, which was once on Twitter. There was a little kids coach, a little league coach saying, don't listen to any of these guys, get on top of the ball. And Josh Donaldson actually replied and said, I make millions of dollars a year doing the exact opposite of that. Do not tell kids that. I did love that. I like that he isn't afraid to tell little kids to hit home runs. But other than that, no, we hate Josh. In this house, we hate Josh Donaldson. In closing, Josh Donaldson sucks. The Cardinals are going to win the Central. And to shake up the ground night.
All right, my closing. You ready for this? I love Josh Donaldson. Bringer of rain. Red Sox are going to win the East. Yankees are dead in the water. And it's Jacob deGrom night. That does it for tonight's show, boys. Subscribe to the Sports 2.0 Network on YouTube. We got over 400 followers. We're rolling on there. I mean, DraftKings Sportsbook is stealing our tweets. That's what you got to know. DraftKings is stealing our tweets.
Theft is bad.
That's bad. That's bad on DraftKings' part. We're going to sue them. Anyways, guys, that does it for tonight's show. We will be back next Thursday for another episode of the Sports 2.0 Network MLB Talk with Erik, Mr. President Neff, Aaron, it's all about the you, Aboodi, and myself. Have a good one.